Hello, that's my 3.2 liter diesel engine. It's a Pajero, Mitsubishi Pajero, made for Japanese market. The same car. I posted some videos about other work I've done on this car, and today I'm working on the rear door window washer. It's a little system installed in the door that has a tank, a pump, a hose, and a spray kind of nozzle in there. Why I had to take it apart is because the previous owner put water in the tank. So I got this car to Canada a couple of months ago. It did work, so I did not have to worry about any washer fluid, but we've got winter here, and the fluid inside of that tank froze, including the fluid in the line, in a hose, in a rubber hose. And I didn't know what's going on, so I thought maybe the motor is dead or something. I could not hear. First I tried to remove this cap to add fluid. I thought it's empty or something. I kept pulling, and I could not get it out. And I didn't know if this is the way to fill this tank with fluid. I had no idea. I don't have a manual for this, so I thought maybe it has different opening where I'm supposed to add some washer fluid. I had no idea was this cap. I didn't know it's a cap or something. So I looked around, but you don't have much. It's just an opening behind of a net, and I had to pry it out. After that I realized that this rubber gasket was seized against the plastic bottle, the plastic opening. So finally I pried it out, I took it out. I had to hit the plastic in order to fix it. And now it's okay, but it has some marks which I'm not unhappy about. But I'm posting this video for those who have this type of car and want to avoid the same mistake. Probably won't get into this trouble because not many cars are getting to Canada, but probably people in the countries, if they import cars like that or buy cars like that and they get into the same trouble, maybe my video is going to help. So what I did, I left the car into a heated garage. It's a big service bay in here for a couple of hours while I did work on the alternator belts. Today some sort of an emergency repair because my alternator was not charging, and I left the car in here hoping the ice block will melt, at least into the rubber hose. But after a couple of hours I tried, I could feel the ice was kind of breaking inside of the hose, the rubber hose. So I had a good reason to take the whole panels, the whole door apart, take this one out, pour some hot water inside, melt the ice block, kind of squeezed this hose until I broke the ice. I sprayed a special fluid that has a sort of an alcohol, trying to melt whatever ice crystals that were still left in broken ice that was still inside. And unfortunately, trying to take this one apart because of the age of the plastic, I broke it. So I'm going to use special tape. It's a transparent tape that has a special structure, and I'm going to just tape it temporarily. Maybe I will never buy that plastic, but at least it won't get dust inside of that area and inside the car, because these cars have sort of openings at the bottom to let the moisture to get out, water, whatever it's getting in. So it's a kind of a drain holes in there. but when you drive off-road, you don't want to get any stuff that comes from outside getting into your car. So they put this type of plastic in here to keep the noise. Also, this is a sort of a noise barrier and the dust. And I'm going to fix it. But the main reason to record this video is to show how you take this plastic trims out, because you don't see much screws. You don't see too many screws that will indicate you the kind of a way to remove the panels without breaking stuff. So first, what you do, you take the top trim, you take it out, and for that you will find a handle right here. So that door handle was right here. You remove these plastic covers, kind of a rubbery plastic covers on both sides, remove the screws, or just undo the screws, take this handle out that is going to release the bottom part of that trim. So that handle is holding is being attached in here in the door. So if you don't remove that handle, you cannot take that top trim out. And as you can see, some plastic clips. Okay, so you need to take the brake lamp out. Take the brake lamp out, which is connected with some screws and a housing. So the housing with 2 screws. Leave the brake lamp loose, pull the trim down. So as you can see, you have to pull it down. So you don't just pull this way, you don't pull it this way, you pull it down, because the plastic clips are connected upwards in here. Okay, so you pull that one, then you have some plastic clips right here. So as you can see, I did not disconnect it right. These are supposed to get stuck, attached to that plastic trim. So don't do the same mistake. You just pull it, and if you don't have a prying tool, try a big flat screwdriver and go underneath. And so that's the top part you would have to remove. Then you go to the bottom dark gray part, the one that is holding the net and the toolbox. And you see also the same type of mounting system. So those are all perpendicular to the surface. So you just have to pull one by one. And if these clips are brand new, never been pulled out, you will have to kind of pry it one at a time. It won't come out easy. But if you pull that panel out too many times, they will get loose over the time, and you will have to replace these mounting devices. So 1, 2, you pull one at a time, and then you have to undo this rubber. You can buy this from auto stores. They have this type of special rubber to seal. It's soft. It's soft even in the winter when it's cold. Actually, like I said, it's about maybe 19-20 Celsius degree, but it doesn't get hard. So you have to pull it slow. You can use some sort of a hair dryer or something to get it even softer. Then it's very easy to put the plastic back, as long as you don't wreck the plastic the way I did. And once you have this one out, so again, don't pull too hard, because this is old plastic. In my case, it's 15 years old plastic, and it's not very solid. I mean, it's very easy to break. Then you have 2 bolts that is holding the pump. Pull the pump out, I mean the tank out, you have a connector that has a locking mechanism here, so you have to press this locking clip in order to pull the connector out. So you don't just pull, you have to, it's like most connectors have a locking mechanism, so you have to be aware of that. And once you have that one disconnected, you have the tank free, and you can do whatever, replace the pump, remove the ice, whatever you want. There are a couple of other wires in case you are watching this video for a different reason. There is a camera, backup camera right here. I'm going to look at the wires colors because for some reason my backup camera was connected to a big information display which is not active. The previous owner removed the radio, so I have to work on that camera, rear camera, and there is an